Welcome to Mindflow Radio.
Mindflow Radio.
She's Jaylyn.
And he's Monty.
So buckle your seatbelts and get ready to take a trip towards reality.
The quantum future?
Yes.
Yeah. So today we are celebrating and sharing little stories of Monty's journey as the author of The Quantum Future.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to kind of hear, how did you get inspired, and at what point did you know what you were doing?
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess it all began when I was in the habit for a little while of just going to the coffee shop and writing poetry every morning.
Okay.
And that was, 2-3 years ago, I think. And then, so I did that. And then I was getting into the habit of like making diagrams and putting them up at a community center.
Oh, yeah.
In Baroque. So I was doing that, engaging with that and enjoying that. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I like making diagrams that explain, human behavior and life and spirituality and etc. Or somewhat explain. It's a different way of explaining things, right? Than blah, 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 blah. So I began with, the poetry, then the diagrams, and I'm like, hey, this could make a cool book if I just put this all together. And then I kind of filled it in with a bunch of essays about the different, psychological therapeutic techniques that I've developed over the years, because those are valuable, I believe, and worth sharing. So then I got involved with writing a bunch of essays and then, I don't know. This book has been interesting because for like more than a year, I'm like, okay, it'll be finished next month.
I know.
Right? That was the thing. It was going to get finished in 2025. Easy, I thought. And I just kept going at it. And by then I was getting dedicated to it. And I was adding writing to my morning routine. So I have a morning routine. I go outside, I do Tai Chi, I do some chanting and meditation stuff. And then after that, I would force myself to sit and write for not even that long, like 20 minutes or something. But so then there was that stage of it. And I'm like, I'll get this done in 2 weeks, and but just kept going and going and going and going. And now it's like more than halfway through 2026 and it's finally come out.
Yeah.
So it's been quite the experience creating this piece, and the book is designed to it's designed to be artistic. A lot of it there are a lot of and very human made. I mean, I created a lot of just handmade diagrams to support various thoughts, various concepts, and then
do you have a diagram that pops to mind that you could describe?
Well, there's the mind state diagram.
Okay.
Which I go through the 5 different types of mind states and what each of them means for us. And, ideally, this book is designed to help give people agency over their minds, over their patterns of thinking. We can have agency. We can have power over and to be able to like watch our thoughts and understand, okay, well, these thoughts are actually not productive. These thoughts are productive. And then also, how do I find stillness amidst all this like information overload that I'm dealing with, etc. And okay, so I will talk about one diagram. It won't be the mindset one. It'll be it kind of describes spiritual reality.
Okay.
All right. So there's a picture of a person with like a kind of like a star or a little shining light inside of them, and that's their soul.
Okay.
And it says, "You are here now. This is where we are now." And then there's a timeline, and there's a line ahead on top of the person, and on top of that line is spiritual reality. On the bottom of that line is material reality, right? And so we're in material reality right now. The person's underneath that line. But then in the near future, our souls go up to spiritual reality. And I put our souls up there, and you will be here soon. And you were here soon in the past, in spiritual reality. And then just I have something way up top in spiritual reality that is like the Tao or the Great Mother or the God Force, whatever you want to call that. And anyway, that's a diagram. I don't know if it's it's kind of harder to understand when you don't like look at it.
Yeah.
But just kind of like just a way of amplifying, I believe, productive thoughts. In my mind is through like visualizing it through diagrams. And so I tried to share that with others. And I've been making diagrams for years and years and years.
Yeah, your
like
first book had some diagrams, but they weren't from you. We had somebody draw them for us.
But now in the age of AI, I decided to make the diagrams myself.
Yeah.
And then it's like a very, very human made book, and it's pretty evident. And I've combined like the informational poetry, the essays, the diagrams. There's a couple short stories in there.
Nice.
Yeah. 2 short stories and some stream of consciousness writing as well. So I've mixed it all together. And it makes for, I believe, hopefully an interesting and informative read.
Yeah. So it began with the coffee shop experiences. And then I want to hear more about these diagrams you're putting at the community center. Are they in the book, or did they just inspire?
A few of them are in the book.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was just really, I was trying to create a diagram a week for the community center.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was just an interesting way of communicating.
Yeah, for sure. Because people put flyers up for events.
Right.
But it didn't lead to anything. It was just to look at.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There was, the whole purpose was just to like, maybe inspire people to think about things a little differently, I guess. And yeah, I mean, the diagram, I have so many diagrams at this point. That could be a big book in itself, which, I'm thinking, maybe in the future, I don't know.
Yeah.
But for now, the quantum future is completed, and I'm excited. We ordered, some copies, and going to get it in some stores and hopefully do some really interesting interviews. And I want to follow this with like a lecture series as well. That's another aspect of the whole AI thing is I think lectures, like live lectures are going to be a thing again. Because people are going to crave human interaction. I mean, now we're looking at the internet. You don't know what's real and what's not real. And AI is just going to get better and better at that.
Yeah.
So how are we going to really know what's what? Oh, face-to-face discussion.
Yeah.
That's a lecture. I think live music is really going to blossom too, because that's going to be a thing that people are really going to crave.
Yeah. I know for me personally, I've found that AI becoming so good at videos and people getting to create whatever they imagine with AI, which I think in a way that is giving agency to people, because people who weren't artists can now say, I see this picture, and then AI can create it. And that, in a sense, is empowering. But as the receiver, I want to know it's AI. And there's this issue that's kind of the regulation of AI is very sparse, if at all. Yeah. And so if it's AI music, you may not know. If it's AI pictures, you may not know. If it's an AI article, you may not know.
Exactly,
And I feel like what you're saying is absolutely true. And for me, I don't even doom scroll like I used to, because why? It's probably all AI anyway.
That's true.
So
a lot of it.
And the way that these major social media platforms are working, it's mostly ads, and most of those are AI. So there's, I feel like I just don't even want to play the game anymore.
No. Yeah, it's... And the reality is AI is just going to be getting better and better and better at fooling people, right? I feel like I can identify it at this point, but I don't know. Like a year from now, it's going to be a whole different ballgame. Probably So let's just get together. Let's hang out more. Let's go to drum circles, right? Let's get together and drum. How about that? As like a human experience.
I think human experiences are going to become more and more valuable and priceless in a sense, right? Because we are, and that's what I'm finding with, it's just easier to put my phone down now because I'm just so disheartened by the whole situation.
Yeah, I definitely take breaks from my phone too regularly.
Yeah.
And it might force us to just get more, to communicate face to face with each other more often.
Right.
And maybe that's a good opportunity, or now is a good opportunity for us to actually develop a better relationship with ourselves.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of just like overdosing on information and getting all upset, basically.
Right.
Let's focus on like watching our thoughts.
Yeah.
And being the effective director of our minds. It's like our minds are like an orchestra. And if I'm the director of my mind, I can be like, okay, drums, calm down a little bit over there, and come on up, violins, and this is the pace we're going right now. Okay, let's, just staying in charge of that. Yeah. That's what agency is.
Yeah.
That is agency. And if we don't have that ability, which nobody really teaches us, by the way, if we don't have that ability to be the director of our minds, then we're just... We lack in agency. We lack in freedom, especially if we're just connected with our phone all the time. Then this is an opportunity for us to back off of the information overload and for us to develop better relationships with each other and with ourselves.
Yeah. And I feel that it ties into the quantum future, and just that it's a pretty deep book, but it's a light read, if that makes sense. There's some really deep concepts, but they're written kind of lighthearted because it's a poem or it's a diagram,
Yeah, right.
And so I feel like it's a great opportunity to keep it lighthearted and yet be willing to contemplate deeply. Yeah. And I think that the way that you created it and really decided against having AI help in any way, shape, or form, I thought that was really interesting. And also seeing this human-made movement happening now.
Yes.
And I think that's really interesting.
It is.
Because, if it's like the organic movement, how you had to pay more to be organic, and then you have to be certified and somebody has to come out and check your fields and yada, yada, yada. And now it's like, well, nobody's admitting that they're doing AI. So now we're going to, certify human made, and it's just such an interesting
it's that
concept.
It'll cost less. If it's just us hanging out, people
Sure.
are hanging out, gathering together.
Yeah, you might not have to pay to be certified, but at some point you might, you never know the way things are going right now.
I'm sure some people try and capitalize off it.
Sure.
I don't know. It's maybe it's time for us to put our resources into each other too, rather than spending, I'm going to give Meta $1,000 to promote my book. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'd rather spend my resources on,
talking.
Connecting with people. And okay, I'll spend $100 driving to Madison and giving a lecture, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just living with that, that concept that human connectedness is vital to our,
it is.
Our evolution. Maybe this is the time to evolve. I do believe that.
Mm-hmm. And I think that AI is pushing us that way.
It is.
I think it's an accident. I
don't think so.
Well, I think that in a way it's an accident because, AI is taken off so strong, and then the humans behind it are lacking integrity and not admitting things. So then it's like this mistake, right? Because instead of being integral and saying, this is AI, then people are like, wait, nobody's telling me what's actually going on.
Right.
So then the accident is then we're kind of asking the question more. Yeah. Is this AI or is this AI? Oh, this says human made, then it's kind of creating a more of a longing for transparency. And connection.
Yeah.
And we're tribal beings. So
we are tribal.
The accident of AI exploding and then people thinking they can just trick people and that's okay. Is like, actually, we're going to focus more on supporting fellow humans.
Yeah, and being authentic. Yeah, supporting, being benevolent towards each other.
Yeah.
It's like, and ourselves.
Yeah.
And but as far as like a mistake, I think it's fairly likely that like the divine, the Tao, the Great Mother, like knew all this was coming.
Sure.
And maybe it might be there to help us.
Yeah.
I believe it's just like if we have to learn how to harness it appropriately. Mm-hmm. Like our friend Vicky the other day, shout out to Vicky, was saying how AI can help identify breast cancer like years before.
Oh yeah, there's great uses for it.
There are ways that this can really help us. Absolutely. But there are also ways it can really hurt us.
Or just confuse us.
No, it can hurt us.
Okay.
Potentially. But so we get to decide now, where are we going to pour our energy? Are we going to pour our energy into evolving as a human race, or are we going to pour our energy into fighting? Okay. That whole concept of, if I want to change the culture, how do I do it? Do I fight the old culture, or do I just create a new culture? And just kind of like turn my back on the old culture and like, no, this is the new culture, everybody. And
it's an unknown.
A bunch of people are creating. Yeah.
Right. It's this very unknown. As being somebody who likes creating things, I created some very big things, and then I hit this wall of now the way to go about it is to pay Meta, and to advertise it. And then I chalked the whole thing, even though it took me over a year to create it. Yeah. I was like, oh, no, I am not playing this game.
No.
And so now I'm just kind of standing back and going, what is the future way of connecting with each other? Because it hasn't really shown itself yet.
Maybe, yeah, right. Just gatherings. I mean, here in Viroqua, we do have some like gatherings happening, people getting together and just talking. And
that's cool.
Yeah. And we just want to keep moving in that direction and just benevolence. I think if we're actually able to be benevolent towards ourselves and to each other and to everyone, actually, because what benevolence means is I wish well for others and I hope that everyone can learn from their mistakes and evolve. I hope that for everyone, because if we all evolve, guess what? We're all going to be living a much more fulfilling and meaningful existence, right? Instead of fighting against each other, which is like kind of trendy now, and it's like the powers that be promote that, right? The fighting, the arguing, the hatred. But if we can really find that benevolence and, I just wish well for others. And I'm talking about myself too. I wish well for myself. And I just really hope I can learn from my mistakes and evolve. And if we can not all, but if we can just move in that direction culturally, everything's going to be a lot easier and actually a lot more fun. Because, creating something is a lot more fun than destroying shit. I'd much rather be creating a village, right? Creating a village than destroying a village.
Okay.
It's just like and Buddha talks about that in the Lotus Sutra, support the good, pour your intention, your energy into the good, and you energize that. That's really the bottom line is we're way more magical than we realize. Magic is real. We create stuff through our thinking, through our intention. Let's create cool stuff that we can all enjoy.
Yeah.
We can all eat good food. We can all have shelter. We can all just, take care of each other.
Yeah.
Let's each of us find our dharma and, move forward.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. So, The Quantum Future by Lamont P. McFerrin, LPC, is out pretty much anywhere.
You can get it online, and I'm going to get it in some local
stores. Yep. And if you're out there and you have a studio or a space where you would like Monty to come and speak about this, get a hold of us. We just want to say thank you to all our listeners. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being curious about what we have to share. Yeah,
and I want to just note about the lectures that I want to give. They're going to be about mind skills, partly, that people can apply. They can use them throughout the day and become more psychologically resilient and balanced. And so that's going to be the focus of the lectures. Some really effective psychological hacks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so follow, subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to this. Share with a friend. That sometimes sharing is caring in the best way, Sometimes people have no idea that this is out there. As we were saying before, there's so much information. It's a little overwhelming. So getting something from a friend is a way to get through the chaos and have a clean, my friend says this is good, I'll check it out.
Yeah, and check out the Quantum Future book if you want.
Yeah.
It's online, I know that.
Yeah. You could join our Mindflow Radio tribe online and get our free peace reset.
Oh, yeah, that's valuable ebook.
Yeah, mindflowradio.life. And any last points you'd like to make today?
Well, and if anybody would want to do therapy with work with me, or we could do that as well. But that's on mindflowradio.life. Yeah, they want to work one-on-one.
With either of us.
Yeah.
Okay. So have a great week.
Yes.
And we'll be starting to dive into the little details of the book over the next weeks. And we hope you have a great week. And
peace and love. Peace and love.
We'll talk with you soon.